Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the dehydrating shed on this overcast and rainy morning. We have scattered showers. I've heard a little bit of rumbling of thunder, so hopefully it won't rain too hard to drown me out from you hearing me in the dehydrating shed. Today I'm going to get around to finally straining some tinctures. Now, the ones I will be straining today is ones that are very important. I have black walnut, the staghorn sumac, goldenrod, and last but not least, an elderberry tincture that needs to be strained because I made it back in August. And it's definitely time. Nothing's wrong with it, but I want to get it strained. So, let's get busy. I'm going to move the camera down. Now, unfortunately, I'm straining into a pot because that's what I have to use. You use what you have. Now, I have half-a-gallon jars. I have a canning funnel. Everything is washed and disinfected. I have a filterless coffee filter. Brand new, already been washed, dried, sanitized. These are the best things on earth to use for final straining. And I found this wonderful, very good strainer this morning. It has been washed and sanitized, so has my pan. First thing on, now, let me say, and I'm not going to go into great detail about the healing benefits of these tinctures. Down in the description box below, if you haven't seen the videos, I will link each video showing how I made these tinctures. And it'll have all the medicinal benefits in the description boxes. So definitely take a time to go look at each one, and that way you'll know exactly what they're good for. Now the first one up, I am happy as can be about, since doing a whole lot of research. This is black walnut, green whole black walnut tincture. What you do is when the black walnuts first start to fall, you gather them up as soon as you can, and what you use is the green hull around the black walnuts. The good thing about this is basically homemade ivermectin, and I am beyond happy to have this addition to my tinctures. Yep, I knew that wasn't going to be graceful. Sometimes you make a mess and you just can't help it. Make sure you get everything out of the jar. And of course these jars will be washed up, sanitized, and ready to roll to make more tinctures. Now, not that it's probably not going to help much, but you want to mash them just a little bit. And yeah, no, I knew that wasn't going to work, but you got to try. Make sure you get everything out. Let me get a paper towel, clean up my mess. Because the next jar is going to be probably messy like this as well. Now, your plant material in your tinctures, do not throw it away. Do not throw it away. Put it in your compost pile. And let me tell you, you can tell that this is black walnut tincture. And this is going to be the final straining. It'll go a whole lot more smoother than the first straining. But look at that beautiful color. Now, I prefer the filterless coffee filters where the bottom is not solid, but it's getting very hard to get the ones that have the mesh on the bottoms as well. Not only is this homemade ivermectin that works, it's also a dewormer that you can use, excuse me, not only for yourself but also for pets. And I find interesting, it's also a very strong probiotic. It does wonders for your digestive system as well. And like I said, I'll have the link to the video when I made the tincture. And that way you know exactly how to. Now, unfortunately, you can only make this tincture one time a year. And that's when the black walnuts fall from the trees. Now, I have more made up as well. This is not all that I have. And I think I can do this one gracefully, hopefully. There we go. And as you can see, let's see all of these small particles that the filter traps, and that keeps it out of your finished tincture. And see and see what your lids look like as well. Alright, this is not going to be graceful either, but here we go. College try. And try your best not to make much of a mess. And also remember, this will stain your hands and your shirt and whatever else it touches, but that's fine. See what I'm saying? But that's what you want to see in your medicine. A good, strong tincture. A very good, strong tincture. And your paper towels that you use to wipe up, since you're not using any chemicals at the moment, they can go into the compost pile as well. So can newspapers, cardboard boxes. And make sure you strain out as much of the liquid as possible. There's no need to try to mash it because, yeah, these are still hard. But I can tell by looking at them a massive change in walnut hulls, and they're really pithy, where you can tell that the alcohol really pulled hard on the healing substance within. Oh, it just smells so good. It smells just like fresh black walnuts. Especially for those who have cleaned black walnuts. You know that smell. And as you can see, you do not get a full amount of tincture because the plant material takes up room in your jar. And that was 2 half-a-gallon jars. Now, you want to definitely wipe your rim real good, clean that up, put a new lid and band on, tighten it down, label it, Black Walnut Hull Tincture, and let's see, 1221. Keep it in a cool, dark place. You don't have to shake it or anything. That part is done and over with. And when you get ready to, now you can smaller bottle it up if you want to. I need to get more brown 2-ounce tincture bottle so I can bottle it up. And of course I will have the dosage amount in the description box underneath the link for the how to make this tincture video. Now unfortunately I'll have to age restrict this video, which irks me to no end. Everybody should have a right to learn, but that's just how it is, unfortunately. Oh, I'm gonna have her on. Well, as you can see, I have just a little bit left. I will put that in a very small jar and put it in the fridge for me to take a dose here after a while. And yes, I take my own medicine. Because I 125% trust the medicine that I take. And I'll take this before I'll ever take anything that comes out of a pharmacy. I gotta get a band. Give me just a minute. But out of 2 half-a-gallon jars, it made 3/4 of a gallon. And of course, always label. And when I do the month and the year, I know that this tincture I have already strained and it's ready to go. You can't even see through that. That's how beautiful and how strong it is. Now, I will get a small jelly jar here in a bit. Put that up for our usage. Whoops. And I'm gonna pause it here and I will bring you back when I'm ready to strain the next batch of tincture. Be right back. Okay, I am back. Everything's been washed, sanitized, and dried. And like I said, black walnut hull tincture will stain clothing. But I'm not worried about it. I wear clothes to wear them out. Okay, this next one is going to be a beautiful one. It's the staghorn sumac tincture. And of course, this will be another one that can stain you. Well, that one went just a little bit smoother. And like I said previously, the link to the video on how to make it, I will have in the description box below. And it'll have all the medicinal benefits in the description box. Now these, you can mash a little bit. And as you can see, well, besides escapees, that vodka has pulled out all the important nutrients from the sumac berries. And you can see how dull they are now. And like I said previously, do not throw this away. Add it to your compost pile. If you don't have a compost pile, need to get one started, because we're going to need all the natural fertilizer that we can make, because they're cutting out on our ability to get fertilizers. Nothing dripping. They are squished very well. And I have a sack here because my bucket last night ran out. And it's my compost pile sack. Hold on just a minute. Sorry about that, everyone. Apparently Jana's after squirrels again. She hates squirrels about as much as I do. Alright, you want to take a clean jar, put your funnel and your final filtering on. Now watch how beautiful this is. And also another thing, I just saw one try to fly by. While you're straining your tinctures, watch out for gnats and any flying animals, as they will try their best. Well, this is filtering it very well. Lots of little particles. And no, not dirt. The berries. It's from the sumac berries. And it smells so good. Oh. I advise anyone that if you live where sumac grows, and this is staghorn sumac, not the poisonous sumac, people, no panicking. Poisonous sumac is white berried, and you rarely ever see it. I've seen it one time in my lifetime, and I go tromping through a lot of places, and it was down in the bottoms of a swamp growing, and I really don't intend to go back to that place again. There was enough water moccasins there to last me a lifetime. And as for snakes, no, I'm not scared of snakes. I do carry protection with me. Not only a certain kind of protection, but also always take a good walking stick. Because you don't always have to shoot them, but you sure can swat them away with a walking stick away from you. This one's going to take a while to filter, because it has a lot of apparently small particles in it. You see, this is why I love the filterless coffee filters, because they work wonders at filtering things, small fine particles out. But also, like I said, I prefer the ones that don't have the solid bottom. But you get what you can get when you can get it. Not only is sumac medicinal, it's also very, very culinary and tastes wonderful. And it makes an amazing healthy lemonade substitute as well. I'm going to pause it until this finally finishes. Okay, it has finally strained, and you will see why I always do the double strain. To get the first strain to get the bigger plant material out, and the second fine strain to get the little particles out. Because if you put that in a 2-ounce dropper bottle like I do, that would stop up your dropper very fast. And all you do is put your lid on. Of course, take your Sharpie marker. Label it Staghorn Sumac Tincture. And this is 12/21. I'm not ready to be putting December on anything. But look how beautiful that is. Dark, rich, and so healthy. Now, like I said, you want to store these in a cool, dark area. And this is ready to use as a tincture. Alright, I will be back once I get everything washed back out. I will see you in a bit. Okay, back again. On to the next tincture, which is a very good medicinal tincture. This is goldenrod. Extremely good for colds, flus, pneumonia, bronchitis. List goes on and on. I'll have the video link below in the description box to how to make it. And yes, my hands are very clean. This one will strain a whole lot easier. But I want to strain some of it out so I have room to mash the plant material. This is going to be a beautiful golden tincture. Of course, no matter how much you mash, you're not going to get every single drop of the alcohol out unless you have one of those wonderful presses. And I don't have one of those presses. I will eventually. I mean, I'd make sure that I pressed everything out. And let me tell you, you can't smell the vodka in this one because all you smell is the wonderful aroma of goldenrod. Now, unless you have specifically had one of those torturous allergy tests, most people are not allergic to goldenrod. What they're allergic to is the ragweed that is blooming at the same time that the goldenrod's blooming, because goldenrod is the cure for hay fever, ragweed allergies, and so on. Also, many, many allergies does this plant keep you from breaking out from. But it gets blamed for many, many things. And like I said, unless you know for 100% fact you're allergic to it, then no, do not take goldenrod. It's pretty much already drained all out, apparently. Because nothing's dripping underneath, so... Well, that was quick. And into my compost bag. Trying not to jiggle the camera too much. Trying not to waste any if possible. And you can see the return on this one is really good because the alcohol pulls, the vodka pulls the medicinal benefits out of the goldenrod, and the goldenrod is good about not holding on to the alcohol. Make sure you get it all out. And like I said, it does catch the smaller particles, which those, I know exactly what the small particles is. That's part of the flowers and pollen. And yes, I wipe my counter down and wipe the rim. I have, each time I strain a tincture, I disinfect the countertop as well. Yes, I know it's alcohol, but I sell my product, so I have to be extra careful. And once again, label it goldenrod tincture 12/21. I'm still surprised. Where has this year gone to? It has absolutely flew by. But look how beautiful, oh, you can't see, sorry. But look how beautiful golden it is. It has a golden greenish tinge. And this is a very important medicinal. We got one left. I saved one of my favorites for last. And I will be back once I get everything cleaned and sanitized. Okay, I am back, and it's time to finally do the last tincture. This is the elderberry tincture. Poor stuff has been sitting up since August, which is perfectly fine. Not a single thing wrong with it. It's in 100 proof vodka. It's not going to go bad. Believe me, it is pickled. And we're going to gently try to be graceful. Woohoo! And as you can see, those berries are not purple anymore. They're this funky brown color, which is a good thing. It means that the vodka has pulled out all the medicinal benefits of the elderberries. And I'm going to strain some of this first so I can mash the berries. Look at this beautiful color. Beautiful purple. Deep, rich purple. That's exactly what you want to see. That means your alcohol, which this is 100 proof vodka, pulled out all of the medicinal benefits of the elderberries. And just like all the other tinctures that I have strained in this video, I will have a link in the description box below on how to make the tincture. Now most of these, of course, it's too late now to be making them, but you now have the knowledge of how to make it next year. As long as we're free to be able to make it. Definitely need to be stocking back on your alcohol, and this is 100 proof vodka. You definitely want to stock up on your alcohol when you can, because it is getting hard to get a hold of. And I use 100 proof vodka because it's 50% alcohol, 50% water. And that way it pulls out a balance of everything that's in the plant material, berries, hulls, whatever. It pulls it out equally. And of course this is going to be a slow one to strain, because yes, there's seeds in there, pulp, and it's going to take a while. But you want this final straining, that way you have a clean, clear, well not clear, but a clean tincture. In other words, no pulp, no berries, nothing that's going to cause your dropper to not work. And there is a lot of pulp and berries. Pulp and berry skin, so it's going to take it a while to strain. But look at that beautiful purple color. That makes my heart happy to see the good medicinal benefits in this tincture, and that it done exactly what it was supposed to do. And this is where patience is a virtue comes into serious play. Okay, now I'm going to mash these berries. I know for a fact that there is alcohol trapped in them. And I want to make sure that I get all the goodness out of them. Because this, and during these times, this to me is a very, very important tincture to have. Little elderberries are tough once they've been soaked in vodka. And of course it's going to squeeze pulp and more little baby seeds through, but that's okay. I've got plenty of time. No other juice is coming out, so those are spent. And into the compost bag it goes. Now, since it's going to take a while for this to strain, I'm not going to make you sit through it. I will bring you back because it's going to be a while before this finishes straining. And I'll see you here in a little while. Okay, it is finally done straining. It took a little over 15 minutes. Now, since this is the last jar, I'm going to make sure you wipe your rims. It had a very good return on the elderberry, what juice was in the elderberries, as well as vodka. So that's a good return. And that is a clean, very well strained, beautiful elderberry tincture. Dark purple, just like it's supposed to be. Of course, you want to label it. And I'll have the link and the dosage information on the elderberry tincture in the description box below. I hope this video encourages you next year when these wonderful medicinal plants come into season next year, that you'll go out, harvest them, and make your own medicine for your family, for you and your family. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Please click like, everyone. I would appreciate it. Share the video far and wide. Wonderful medicine. And I know exactly what's in this medicine. And it's not a whole bunch of chemicals that's going to kill me. This is medicine that'll heal me. Alright? I hope you have enjoyed this video. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Everyone, be blessed. Stay safe and sound out there. And I look forward to seeing you here soon.